guys, welcome to Brandix Reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about Suicide Squad. I'm going to try and keep this video fairly short because you don't really want to hear me rambling on for like an hour, but let's say 5-10 minutes. Now I did a video a few days ago where I was kind of saying, right, I realised going into this film in a few days, this film's had bad reviews, which is a real shame because a lot of people thought this film was going to be really special, or hoped it would be. So anyway, what do I think of the film from the outset? I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was amazing, which is a real shame because I'd hoped it was going to be. And I actually thought it was going to be amazing up till the time when I heard these negative reviews. I mean, anyone can do negative reviews. You can get like a horde of people to just, troll the internet. These were critic reviews. These were people who know what makes films good and not good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that all critics are right and you are wrong. Everything's subjective. But you can find common ground, and it's quite concerning when quite reputable sources like The Wrap and other review sites come together and unanimously say the same kind of things, and specifics as well, not just we didn't like the film, but comments like, this is a film with a great cast playing a great group of characters, and it's a shame because the film itself that they are in isn't all that great. That is a very common thing I was hearing, and I fully agree with that. It has to be said. This film has a lot going for it. It has a lot to enjoy when watching it. I'm recommending you go see this film as well. But the film itself, if you strip away all the really good acting and some of the the visuals and some of the lines that get delivered in this and some of the action, the actual film that is embedded into isn't all that great. It doesn't seem that large in scale. It's very restricted to this city, which isn't the be-all and end-all. I mean, I love films like Escape from New York, and that's basically restricted to one city. But there's just something about this that it felt very confined, and just there was so much more they could have done with it, which again you can say about anything, but with this I think we'd really hoped for something more. It wasn't really about anything, if you know what I mean. You can sort of say it was about rehabilitation maybe, or redemption, which is I love films where the theme is redemption, and most films are about characters getting redeemed. You can make that argument, but this film it had that in it, but I didn't feel that was what it was about. You know what I mean? Because they aren't redeemed. They are still super villains and belong in prison, regardless of the fact that if they've saved the planet or something, they are still psychotic and corrupt and belong in prison because they're dangerous. So you can't really say it's not about redemption. It's got elements of that. So again, what is this film about? I guess at that level you just have to say, well, switch your brain off and enjoy it, which isn't really a good thing. I mean, there are a lot of good films that is the case. Just switch your brain off and enjoy it. Films like Crank, for example, brilliant film. Switch your brain off, you'll enjoy it. If you think too much about it, you won't like it. And I think a lot of these critic reviews have been over-analysing this film maybe, or expecting something else, I don't know. But again, I enjoyed it, but there's a lot of disappointment there, which is a real shame. So I think that's all I really want to say. I didn't want to get into any major spoilers going into this because there's not really much to spoil, to be honest. Like I say, you could sort of say who dies, who doesn't die, whatever, or how it ends. But beyond that, there's nothing really inspiring about this film, which is a real shame because, like I say, I was hoping it was going to be more special than it actually is. And it's one of the things as well, there was a lot of hype, a lot of pressure on this film. The trailer that came out like a year ago, it's insanity how soon in advance we are getting trailers nowadays. I mean, we just had a Justice League trailer. That film's not out for nearly 2 years' time, 2018 when that's out. Now, bear in mind, in my last video, I know I said if this film doesn't deliver, or if my reaction to this film is that, if it's a little bit average or a bit kind of Now, I'm not going to go see any future DC cinematic films. I'm glad to say I don't feel that way. I don't feel let down to the point where I'm just sacking this DC cinematic universe off. There's nothing about this film that offended me. Now, I'm not particularly looking forward to some of the upcoming stuff like Wonder Woman and Justice League. I'll probably go see them, but I'm not excited about going to see them. And I know, again, like I said, that was one of the things I said in my previous video. So my recommendation is go see this film. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You don't need to know who these characters are when you're going into it. You don't need any special keyword, any secret keyword, any secret handshake or anything like that going in. You don't need any foreknowledge of who these people are. I mean, a lot of it you can kind of get the gist of anyway. I mean, Harley Quinn, you don't need to know who she is. It's the Joker's girlfriend. You can kind of, if you didn't know who she was beforehand, you can just, that alone is enough for you to kind of get an idea on who she is. But the film establishes who these characters are right from the outset anyway, in a basic theme. There's not a lot of character development in this. I'll just quickly talk about the individual characters as well and the portrayals. Will Smith, there was a big concern with him going into this from a lot of people because he isn't really somebody who likes to be part of an ensemble, I think, in recent times. I know that's been an issue with Will Smith, which you can say he's earned it, don't get me wrong, but you tend to find that he wants to be the main lead in a lot of films. Like, he was going to be in Django Unchained, but from what Quentin Tarantino was saying, he just wanted to have every cool scene in that film because he's Will Smith, and Will Smith should have every cool scene in the film. Which, again, like I say, he's kind of earned that, but then that's not really how films work, because you've also got this guy called Christoph Waltz that is also a pretty good actor. Will, let him have his scene that was originally intended for him. Don't take that away. So again, that was a concern with Will Smith, but I didn't feel that at all. The film, it was definitely Will Smith playing Deadpool, but I think that he gave as good as he could, which is really a compliment, to be fair. It sounds like I'm criticising him, but I'm really not. It's just, he's got that much of a presence, I guess, as Will Smith. He's been around for a lot of years now, so he's doing quite well, and he was good in this. I enjoyed him. I thought he was good as Deadshot anyway. Now the main one, obviously, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She was amazing as that character. They could have just got any kind of pretty bimbo actress, a Cameron Diaz or some pretty piece of ass to play this part. It would have sold a lot of posters. It would have sold the film as well. A lot of people would have enjoyed it. But Margot Robbie is a really good actress as well on top of that, so they did really well cast her in this. And she is amazing as I'm not saying the character is amazing, but knowing who this character is, because I watched Batman animated series as a kid, and that's where the character came from. She wasn't created for the comics, she was created for the cartoon series, from what I understand. That's what I've always known anyway. And she is that character. She's the voice, the way she carries herself, and just the way she kind of moves as well. It's not just the physicality of it as well, but it's like she's got it up there. She really embodied the character so well. The Joker as well, played by Jared Leto. Real shame that he wasn't in the film more than he actually is. But, it is what it is. So, there's one thing that I noticed in this, one continuity issue. There's a bit where, now you've seen this in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, but there's a bit where Harley Quinn falls into this giant, tank of chemicals. She falls into it, she's, fully, under the level of the surface anyway. And the Joker then dives off. Again, you've seen that in the trailer. He dives in and splash, goes straight underwater and pulls her out. And then he's at it's about 3 or 4 feet because he's then standing in it. It's how the hell did he dive into something like that? It was a major continuity error there. Unless he turned into Ant-Man as he was falling and then shrank down, dove in, and then grew up again into normal size Joker. I don't know. If that happened, I kind of missed it anyway. I didn't see the Ant-Man suit being used in this film. But I love stuff like that. Again, I'm not saying that ruined the film. Some critics, some reviewers would run with that. Oh, it's rubbish. It's got these continuity errors. I don't care. I find it kind of funny. It's a film, whatever. But yeah, like I said, the Joker in this film. Going back to what I was saying about characters, rein it in. Jared Leto was really good as the Joker, as I'd hoped he would be, and he looked quite scary as well. But it's just a shame that they didn't use him more, because I don't even know what the next time we're going to see him is going to be. I don't know what the next film the Joker's going to appear in. So I don't feel like I should be getting invested, because we don't know if we're going to see him again. I mean, I imagine we will, but I don't know what film. Whether it'll be Justice League. I don't think he's in Justice League anyway. But we'll see anyway. There's plenty of other characters I could harp on about, but those are the main ones anyway that we know of. I will say Jai Courtney actually as well, very quickly. His character was played quite well, and Jai Courtney's an actor that a lot of people have criticised because he's done some pretty shit films, to be honest. Like Die Hard 5 was just god awful. Terminator Genesis wasn't as bad as everyone says, but as a Terminator film goes, he wasn't all that great, and he was massively miscast in that film. Nothing against him, but I think it wasn't the right character for him. I think he's even come out and said that as well recently, saying that the Terminator franchise needs to just kind of piss off, basically, because it's just not working. But in this, Jai Courtney was actually really good. I liked him. I thought he was one of the best characters in the film, one of the best portrayals in the film as well. So again, like going back to what I was saying, that's kind of the point a lot of critics have said. Great cast of characters, great portrayals, but the film itself not all that great. Now, a few of the last little things, and I know I was going to keep this to about 10 minutes. I've gone over time, but stay till the mid credits anyway. I don't think there's anything right at the end. If there is, we didn't stay for it, but there's a scene midway in the credits like you usually get, and it's quite a good one. I'm not going to say any more than that. There's plenty of other things I could say, but I don't want to spoil anything else. And like I say, this has just become a kind of ranting video now, so my recommendation is go see the film. Don't set your hopes too high, but don't let the critics put you off seeing this film, because it's enjoyable. I enjoyed it. Despite everything that I've said that's negative here, I enjoyed this film. I can't stress that enough. It just wasn't an amazing film. Take films like Pacific Rim, great film. Not amazing, but enjoyable. Take films like Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow, whatever it's called. Pretty good film, pretty enjoyable film, just not amazing, not groundbreaking, but not entirely forgettable either. So that's it. I'm going to shut up now. So that's my review. If you want to go to brandxreviews.com, that's the website. There's plenty of other reviews on there. And if you want to follow us on social media, there's some information coming up and how you can do that. So for now, I'm going to leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just so you know, for more news, reviews and retrospectives, you can like our page on Facebook, simply called Brand X Reviews. But as well as that, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube via this video. You can also bookmark our website, which is brandxreviews.com, which is pretty much a central hub for everything that I've just mentioned. So check that out, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.